You to Johnson Academy of International Studies, home of the 7-time state champion in archery and 2 world qualifiers for robotics in Kentucky this year. We have an exciting announcement today regarding a unique partnership between CCSD and the Vegas Golden Knights, and I am truly honored that Johnson Academy is hosting this event. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce the Vegas Golden Knights announcer, Dave Gosher.
Thanks very much, George. A pleasure to be here. The cheerleaders alone were worth the price of admission. Maybe you could come to a Golden Knights game. The atmosphere is pretty awesome, but you would do nothing but improve it. So I couldn't believe there wasn't an accident of some sort there. You guys are awesome. So it's an honor to be here today. We have a couple of special guests that are going to speak here in a moment, but I just wanted to kind of touch upon the Vegas Golden Knights have obviously had a phenomenal first season on the ice. Unprecedented success for an expansion team in the NHL. It's been great to be a part of it as just some guy on television talking about it. Has anyone been fortunate enough to be to a game yet? Does anyone need tickets? Ask Carrie. Carrie's got tickets afterwards. Carrie, did you bring them along with you or no? Okay. Yeah, it's right in his pocket. So if you have a chance to go, I would strongly encourage it. It's an unbelievable atmosphere, and just I've been fortunate enough to be in all the buildings in the NHL, and it's by far the best. So I think one of the key things for the Golden Knights in terms of their success on the ice is one thing, but they've also been very committed to growing the game off the ice, and I think that's just as important a commitment to try and grow this great game that all of us love. And whether we've grown up around it or you're new to it, it doesn't really matter. It's a game we think is the greatest game in the world. So this is a great event here today to really strengthen that commitment to try to grow this game throughout Southern Nevada. So we invite you to come to a game if possible. You can even call the first period on television if you want. Any dummy can do it. Believe me when I tell you, it's not very hard. So without further ado, to announce this special day and the special commitment to grow this great game that we love is the president of the Vegas Golden Knights, Kerry Buboltz.
Good afternoon, everybody. Ladies, fantastic job. That was very impressive. We very much appreciate that. That was outstanding. So this is a big day for our organization because it's a part of a vision that Bill Foley, our owner, has had for quite some time. So actually yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of the season ticket drive that they started to bring NHL hockey to Las Vegas. Obviously the market stepped up. Over 16,000 deposits as part of the process, and then ultimately in the summer of 2016, the NHL said, hey, we're coming to Las Vegas. But one of the things that Bill talked about from day one was that community is a contact sport, and for us to be successful in this market on a long-term basis, we've got to build the game at the youth level. And that's really what we're here to talk about today. We're at the Walter Johnson Academy. We couldn't be more excited to be here. Also, just want to thank, just briefly, Superintendent Skorkowski. Thanks for hosting us today. We appreciate the opportunity. This is something that we've been thinking and talking with quite a few folks about for quite some time. And so today, with great enthusiasm and just incredible pride, we're excited to be announcing the Golden Knights Hockey Academy program. So what is it? So this is the official launch. So in all of the middle schools, grades 6 through 8th grade, in all of the middle schools in Clark County, all 63, including the magnet schools, we're going to be introducing this great game of hockey through street hockey. And it's really something that we're really quite proud of, because ultimately we're going to get the opportunity to put hockey sticks in literally thousands of kids' hands in grades 6 through 8 through their PE classes. And in partnership with NV Energy, we're going to be bringing all of the equipment that's necessary for these kids to play this great game. So all of the hockey sticks, and here in a little while some kids will get the opportunity to go out and play on the court here. all of the reversible jerseys that are necessary, so 50 reversible jerseys per school, all of the nets, so there'll be 4 goal nets that'll be provided to each school, as well as all of the what they call border patrols, so the borders that actually form the rink so the kids can play the actual street hockey game, again, in facilities just like this on the basketball courts. So they don't need skates, they don't need helmets, they don't need hockey shoulder pads or any of the other equipment that's necessary. This will just give them a great opportunity to actually see the game, touch the game, and start to learn the basic principles of the game. But before we do that, we've got this playbook. So this playbook is for all the physical education teachers. So we've got to teach the teachers before we teach the kids exactly how to play this great game. So we're going to be working to get that program in place with all of the schools throughout Clark County. And then ultimately by we're going to start in March, but by next fall, literally every school will have all of the equipment, they'll have all of the playbooks, and hopefully all the physical education teachers will have a strong enough understanding to go out and start teaching this great game. But we're going to have our entire organization here to help support this as part of this great program. So we couldn't be more excited to be launching this. Again, all of the kids will get this program as well. And then there's also some free skate coupons that are in the back where kids, if they want to take it to the next level and start to learn how to skate or learn how to play, they'll get that great opportunity as well. So before we get to the next part of the program, there's a couple of folks that we really need to thank. So this program could not be possible without NV Energy. They're helping provide a lot of the funding for this program. So Kevin Garrity is here from NV Energy. In addition to being a great corporate partner, Kevin's one of our biggest fans. So Kevin, thank you. Without his leadership and excitement about the Golden Knights, we wouldn't be here today. So he really helped spearhead a lot of the internal work that we had to do to get NV Energy on board with this great program. We also have the NHL Players Association. They have made an incredible commitment to grow this game. And when I talk about commitment, I'm talking about time and money to help grow the great game of hockey. So we have 2 folks that are here from the NHL Players Association. Rob Zepp, if you could raise your hand real quick for everybody. And then Rob Knizarek, who is also here from the NHL Players Association. Again, their vision and their investment is going to help grow this great game right here in in Southern Nevada and in Las Vegas. So we're confident that this program is going to be the beginning, but certainly not the end of building this great game. And if I had to kind of play this thing out 10 or 15 years down the road, I'm going to tell a quick story about Phoenix. So Phoenix is very similar, right? They're a very warm climate, much like Las Vegas. And about 20 years ago, they had an NHL team that arrived in their market. They're called the Arizona Coyotes now, but the Phoenix Coyotes. And there was a young man who happened to go to a Coyotes game and then ultimately had the opportunity to get a stick in his hand and then ultimately started learning how to skate and learning how to play. And so in 2016, the #1 player in the National Hockey League draft, the #1 player, he didn't come from Finland, he didn't come from Sweden, he didn't come from Russia, he didn't come from Toronto or any of the other great provinces in Canada. He came from Phoenix. And so as we play this out 10 to 15 years down the road, my hope is that in the 2028 draft that the #1 player comes right out of Las Vegas. And how special would that be? And wouldn't it even be more special if that individual came out of a Clark County school system? That would be really special. So this stuff works. We know it works. If we give kids opportunity to hold that stick, they'll find out how much fun it is, and we couldn't be more proud. Again, thank you to NV Energy. Thanks to the Clark County school system for allowing us this opportunity, and I'm going to turn it back over to Dave. So thank you.
Kerry, thanks very much. Certainly an enormous step here today to try to continue to grow this great game, and especially at this age group. That would be phenomenal if 10 to 15 years down the road you had a first overall pick come from Las Vegas. To continue the program, we're going to introduce the Clark County School District Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Pat Skorkowski. Pat?
So
Thank you so much. First of all, I want to thank the outstanding organization that brought the first place. Let's not ever forget, they are in first place right now, the Golden Knights, to our community. We're so proud to have representatives from the Golden Knights here today, from the NHL Players Association, our great partners at NV Energy, who are bringing hockey to our middle schools. Not only has this franchise been successful on the ice, but I am thankful for their efforts to bring it into our schools. Ladies, hockey is important to you as well. Last night, I know I watched the highlights of the USA game, the women's game. They won the last gold medal, and they're going to win the next gold medal. And ladies, you could be a part of it too in the future if you get out here and enjoy it in PE class. So as we go forward, I want to thank and introduce our amazing trustees who are here to support this. Trustee Brooks is the trustee who is over this area. I have Trustee Cavazos and Trustee Child, who are both here as well. So about a year ago, we started having conversations with how do we engage the Golden Knights with the Clark County School District. And I need to thank some people who actually made that happen. So from our curriculum and professional development side, I have Dr. Jesse Welsh, Shannon Leneve, and Troy Hitchcock, who are all here. Raise your hands. And Shana Veninga is also here from our partnership office. She told me a year ago we started this. So, and always, there you're at, Principal Johnson Junior High, who has truly taken over this school and made it an amazing place for students that are here, and all the students that are in class. They are lucky to have you as their principal, Mr. Annis. Congratulations. So not only is hockey about skill development, and that's what you're going to learn about today, because when I see the hockey, the goals back there, I went to a Knights practice, and they have a metal version, but that's exactly what they do, is they block off parts of the net, and they work on honing their skills. They develop teamwork. They develop collaboration when it comes to going through the practices and learning the different offenses and the drills and the defenses. Everything they do is about working together. And that's exactly the type of program we want to bring into our schools here in Clark County. Programs that will not only benefit the physical development of our students, but also the mental and social-emotional development of our kids. And so it's so important that we bring all of these skills together. We provide it to every one of our middle school students in order to make sure that our students are successful. So I checked out the power rankings this morning. Vegas is number 3 in the power rankings this morning, but power and power plays, it all goes to NV Energy. So thank you for making this program possible in our schools. So as we come together, it's time to really enjoy the sport of hockey. As you see, I have my own jersey. When I go to the games, this is what I wear to support our team. I think it's important, and Chance, I know that you are the biggest fan all over the place in that arena during that, so thank you for being here. Thank you all to everyone who made this a reality for our schools, and I know that our students will not only benefit from it, but we will see a draft pick that goes in the first in the future, I sure hope. And I would love to see some of our kids playing on our Olympic teams, our national teams, and going on to win the Stanley Cup. That's the next step. All right, congratulations.
Pat, thanks very much. Austin Matthews, by the way, he was the player that came out of Arizona, so could be the next Austin Matthews that comes out of Vegas would be phenomenal. But as Pat said, all in, boys, girls. We'd love to grow this game with everybody. So 63 middle schools throughout Clark County, and it's great to have an impact here on thousands of kids as we move forward from this day. So that concludes our program. It's been a pleasure to